What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. Really good to have you guys here. Bloody hell, man. We got a lot of people in the chat here today. Alhamdulillah. So we got SC in the chat. We got Anglio here. We got Jay. Anglio, for those who don't know, is Solar Anglio on Twitter. Valentine Yardi, Derry, Bastion, Valet. We got Elizabeth in the chat as well. Man, Rafe is here. We got some legends in the chat as well. So alhamdulillah for that. Really pleased by that. So do you know what? Let's get cracking on this as well. It's been a good week so far. We're gonna go through a few stuff. We're gonna go through the recap of yesterday, and I did show a few scalp trades on Twitter. For those who doesn't follow me on Twitter, it's at TraderLUNC, and that's on Twitter. And I did post it up on there. There was two of them I took out. Got stopped out on one trade. We'll go through that, and in terms of risk management, then we look at the BTC View, Ethereum View, and what else we gonna do? Oh yeah, day trades as well that we look for. Potential day trades, shorts or longs or whatever, whichever sets up, and we'll play with them. We'll play on that. We'll also, what else? Yeah, and any alts you want me to look at, we'll have a look at it as well. So, let me know what you guys thought about yesterday's episode. I went on for 2 hours, which was a long time. It was a really long time. I mean, there was a lot of personal stuff, that experience I actually, opened up to you guys as well. So if you guys actually learn something from that, that'd be awesome. So yeah, Anglio did say he would tell me that he told me that he would join, and I'm really pleased to see that, man. So let's get cracking, guys. Right. So what we got here? This is the BTC chart. Freaking hell, man! It's been mad. I mean, there's a lot of lines here. I'm gonna break it down quite quickly, and then we're gonna go through the recap as well. Actually, let's do the recap now, okay? So the recap yesterday, I was saying that, where were we? Okay, so price in BTC, we smashed below, yesterday was the 29th, right? So we smashed below the, let me get that brush. Oh shit, forgot one second. I got something quite cool now. Nabil told me this, and I think it was Goku-san told me this as well on Twitter. Nabil told me this yesterday. So let me just bring this up, one number there. I'm gonna try this out today. Let's go. Right, so what happened is yesterday, so we came down, fudge, wrong colour. Already started off wrong. Yeah, so we came down here. We're range banding this area, come down below here, and I was looking for, but like the play was yesterday, right? Was like if we get above and hold, then we can start playing to this area here, to like Monday's low. If not, then we start looking at like that was one play. From there, playing this range band area, possibly tagging to Monday's low. The second play was potentially we see if we break down and then we go a lot more lower, right? But it didn't do anything yesterday, really. It just literally range band in this area, bit choppy, was difficult to play. So I thought to myself, all right, if we're in a choppy environment, let me just change the time frame. Sorry, it's new. This is all new to me, right? So I was looking on the 5 minutes right yesterday, right? And I was like, all right, cool. So we're literally playing in this range band area here. Can everyone see that? So if we're playing in this range band area, how do we, where will be my definitive stop loss, blah, blah, right? So then I started narrowing it down. Narrowing it down how? So I went to another chart and I started drawing like my supply and demands area. Let me drag this across so you guys can see that. See how this works out, all right? And then I was like, all right, cool. So this is what we're playing is, right? And this is on the 5 minutes. If we go on the 1 minute, what do I see? And I start seeing all these bounce quite well. So we've got like loads of like liquidation taken out on the 1 minute. So this is a pure, beautiful place for me to play. So if I go on my Twitter and I posted this, profile. And I posted this, right? And I made 2 trades on it. Where was it? Right? I made 2 trades on it. So let me just open this up so you guys can see it. So the first trade was about this one over here. So I'm going to bring this up and so you guys can see how I play this, alright? So on the 1 minute, was it on the 1 minute I looked at it? Yeah, it was on the 1 minute. So I started looking at it this way. So it was after, oops. So we got a spike up there and then it was these 3 little punches. So spike up there, then it was these 3. So yeah, so I looked at it this way and I was like, alright, cool. Let me play this right, range bound to range bound. It is a range bound environment. I can use this high to this low and it gives me some sort of story there, and I can see this is all choppy there. Then I thought, okay, cool, if I take a trade, and my trade was this, let me just use this. So my trade was here. So I took a trade from here. I entered around here, and my stop loss was up there, right? Because if I'm wrong, because if it reclaims, it's not holding up there. To me, this area here is when I'll cut it. Okay, I was looking to cut it because we might take out this stop loss and might go up this stop loss. And then what happened instead? It just shanked down. Took my profit here. I didn't really care about all this stuff. It's a scalp. I'm in and out and stuff like that. That was a 2-hour. That was a two-hour trade. Then I looked at another one. So price did its thing, and the next one was this one. This one was a bit scary to me actually. The second one. Let me just getting used to this whole cursor thing. Second one was when we got up and we come back down, right? And then so the second one was a bit funky. Ah yeah, this is the second one here. Was it the second one here? It's after 3 o'clock that was. So I think I took a trade here. Ah, that was it. Yeah, now I understand. I know what I did. So I took a trade here, another trade here. I think I entered over here, and I was like, all right, cool. Stop loss for me. I could have put a place of stop loss here, but I placed a stop loss there, right? Give me a bit of breathing space just in case it's a scalp, right? And I was aiming for the profit over there. Then what happened was, if I just draw this and I'll show it to you, short position, it was around here. Let's say here. Freaking magnet, man. I hate this shit. So it was around here. This is when I entered, and my stop loss was here. And you can see, if you look here, price comes down, right? Comes down, bounces off this area here. So it bounces off this. You see it? And I'm like, oh crap. Comes up there, finds rejection, then we come back up, and then we hold support. So when we hold support here, I'm like, you know what? I want this to cap the market. I really wanted this to cap the market. The moment we start stepping up here, and then we got this wick here, I'm like, all right, cool. If it's gonna stop me out, it's gonna stop me out, unless this is a stop run of this. For those who actually entered a scalp trade really aggressively, they would have got stopped out, and lo and behold, bang, we hit it. That's another trade there. So that was another 2-hour trade. So in total, that was a 4.2 trade. Risk management wise, I actually did half a risk. So in reality, I gained 2-hour trade. That's a 2-hour trade for me. I was quite happy with that, and I was like, you know what, that's all good for me. You know, I bagged 2-hour, which is like, let's say for example, if you're risking $100 and it's 2 hours is $200, I was quite happy with that. If you're risking thousands, $2,000, right? And I was quite happy with that. And like, obviously, the more you risk, X, Y, and Z. The next set that happened to me was this. So 15 minutes was this trade here. So I entered another trade. I was looking. Oh yeah, so looking at ETH, right? I was looking at ETH, and this was the plan. And obviously, for those who are actually on BTC knows what happened. Sorry, on Twitter knows what happened. So this is my next set of plan. I was like, alright then. So we got this trend line over here, and this trend line, for me, I was seeing resistance, deviation. And I was like, alright then, this is a deviation. I entered it in quite sharply in there. I think I entered around here in this area there, and I thought this high, if it bounces and hold above it, then I look to cut the trade. Okay, and I was like, the confirmation play would be below here. Do you remember like the whole day the day trade plan and so on? I'll make yeah, bro. Why is SC not mod? 1 second, I'll sort you out, bro. It's a bit daft of me there. Add moderator. Yeah, there. He wants to boot people for no reason. What? Freaking legend. We got NJ in the house, man. What's going on, brother? Hope you guys doing well there, man. So Asgard's here as well. Cool. Anyway, let's get this in. So that was the plan there. Then what happened is, so my stop loss was here, the blue box. This is my invalidation, because if we get above and hold above it, we're gonna go a lot more higher. That was the plan for me, right? Then, when I started doing this, right, the freaking trade, what was it? The freaking trade stopped me out. I'll show you on the chart actually. So where was it? You can see. So I entered around here. Right? And I was looking for an expansive play to weekly low. Okay. So I entered around the 20k area itself. And I was like, alright then, because we're back into this range. It's no, that's a lie. It's here. It was here. It was around here. I entered around there, and I was like, okay, so we're back in this. Let me just remove all this. This is all new to me, man. Sorry, guys. So I entered around here, and I was like, my stop loss is over here, and I'll look to compound if we get down below here and break down, and that's where my compound position. When then we really go for weekly lows. If we break weekly low, we go a lot more lower. Okay, and that's why that was the plan in my head. But the freaking trade decided to stop me out, man. And when it stopped me out, and I was like, oh fuck's sake, man. It's one of those ones, isn't it? So then I started looking at what can I do to actually, you know, if I open up another chart. It's this chart here. There we go. So I started looking at this chart and I was like, oh fuck, okay. So we're taking out liquidity from these highs over here, and I was like, if anything, this should cap the market. Rectangle, put the magnet on. If anything, this should cap the market. And he did. And now, this is where it got a bit funky now, because we were playing in this range, right? And I'm like, you know what, anything can happen. I'm just going to use a normal brush. I was like, we're playing in this range, anything can happen. We can actually reclaim this, and then we can go back to this high over there. And I wanted us to actually break down. And because I took a loss, a 1 hour loss, a full on loss on that, and just say the market is wrong. Yeah, the market was wrong for about a good 2 hours or so. That was what it was. And I was like, I wasn't too clear. And there was another brother called Crypto Rasengan on Twitter, and he was actually, you know, tweeting me back and forth and stuff like that. And he was like, okay, like, you know, we could go long over here. And I was like, yeah, it's possible this could happen. And if this could happen, come back into this range here, see what happens if we reclaim. And if we reclaim today, I'll look for a trade and I look to enter it and blah blah. Instead, market got capped. Come back in here. The moment it started breaking down, and we got a quick shank. Didn't enter the trade, no problem, not a big deal. But I'm in the Ethereum trade. Oh shit, yes, man. So the Ethereum trade was an interesting one. I had the plan there, right? And I was looking at this. This has got to cap the market. The plan was already done on Twitter anyway. So I was saying, okay, so if this is going to cap the market, right? I mean, I could enter a hard stop. And I did say this to someone. The hard stop would have entered here. Someone actually asked me a question. If they wanted to actually enter in with an invalidation. Was the invalidation? For me, my invalidation was at 11:34. That was my invalidation, because why? We got a couple of SRs here. So we got, that's the one SR there, and then the next SR was here. Is it this one? The next SR was, I believe it was this one. That was my next SR there. Yeah, that's it. And I was like, alright then, cool. So these are the SRs I've got. It's possible we can come back in and hold above it. If we get into this block here, I'd like to see us get back down. I'll short over here. Right, that's my confirmation. Stop loss back over here. Send this back down. And then instead, what happened is I was a bit patient. I was really, it's one of those ones where I was having a bit of difficulty to read the market. In all honesty, I generally was having a lot of difficulty, because BTC at the same time was looking like it could go up, and Ethereum was coming back into resistance. And I was like, this is not looking good. So I look at ETHBTC, and this is what I saw. ETHBTC was showing me something completely different. It was showing me weakness, because this is what happened. Price got down, retest this trend line. What is this trend line? I'll show you on the 1 hour. I mean, you can't really say it's a trend line or whatever, but I drew this as it is, right? from my own perspective, right? I was like, okay, so price bounce off there. We got in there. Is that a deviation? We're holding there, and then once we start losing this level here, that to me was like, okay, Ethereum is going to be weak. BTC might pump, I don't know, but Ethereum is looking weak, and I took the trade. Took the trade way on Ethereum. I'll show you. About here, around 11:05. This is it, because what happened was we have this trend line there. Zoom up there, 5 minutes, you can see a bit more clearly. This is what I was seeing. I was seeing this bounce, so that's a deviation. Comes into there, resistance. Let's go. The moment it steps back in there, he's like, all right then, this is perfect, because this should cap the market right here. If anything was going to go up higher aggressively, I would like to see this area here to cap the market. And you can see it comes as resistance. It might have wicked into it, but my stop loss, to be honest, was around here. That's where my stop loss is, and here we are. So that was the trade. So that's the what do you call it? The recap done. Now, fucking beautiful though, I ain't gonna lie to you. P&L is looking to be quite interesting there. So yeah, what's going on? So we got Asgard BTC going down hard today. NJ bruv, what will man's announced the winner of 2K? Oh yeah, NJ will sort that out when he's all ready. Just be patient, man. I've known NJ for all my life, and he's not the type of guy to actually to go back on his word. So yeah, so don't worry about that. Morning Sam, morning Power, everyone's all in here as well. Oh, just a quick one as well for those who aren't aware. So Trader NJ is my cousin, my brother, and he's got his own stream as well. He's got his own YouTube show. Let me plug him in, right? And I'll plug in SE as well at the same time. So if you go to YouTube, type in Trader NJ, and you see the brother over here. Actually, you can try type in Trader NJ, or you can type in his channel, which is called In It for the Tech. In It for the Tech, which is quite an interesting name. Love the name. That's his channel there. Man's got over 2K subscribers there. Show him some love as well. And but Trader SC, so my mentor. If you go to type in YouTube, type in Trader SC, go on his channel. He does the altcoin for ledgers and Bitcoin for ledgers. Bitcoin for ledgers tend to be on a Monday. I believe altcoin for ledgers is on a Thursday or Friday. Correct me if I'm wrong, brother. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow I get him on. We'll see if he's available. He's always a busy man. So now let's look at BTC. Let's get cracking in terms of what can we do, how do we trade this, and what's going on. So got a lot of lines here. I'm going to simplify this right now. A few things here. Number one, so we've got to focus on this. What is this? This is last week's high, last week's low, and the market was capping on here. Support, deviation got up there. Once we got here, lost this level over here. Right. Once we lost, fuck off, man. Once we lost this level here, then that was clear to actually say we're going to go a lot more lower. All right. Bearish market structure. I explained to you: lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So it was still in a bearish market structure. For us to be bullish, we need to take out this high over here. All right. If we take out this high, then we can go a lot more higher. At the same time, if we looking to actually do a few things now, the question is BTC's bounce on where, right? Oh yeah, so that's the weekly play. We've also got this blue line here. What is it? This is the Monday's range. Monday's high, Monday's low. We were capped in the area, found resistance on the mid range, and after obviously we shanked down, and we never really retested it. I would have wanted ideally a retest and then break down and go a lot more lower. Or what we could have done is retest and then reclaim the Monday's range, and that would have been a deviation of the range, and that means I can go a lot more higher, playing to mid-range, from mid-range going up higher, because this mid-range here was also the weekly mid-range was here actually on the 25% of the range, so it would have been a reaction there, but didn't show us anything. It was just showing heaviness. Have you noticed that BTC is actually not giving these retests though? It just shows weakness in the market. It's just showing heavy ass weakness in the market, and that's I'll give you an example. So like if I go to, let's do the 4 hours, right? Look here, right? So this was a range, right? So this was a range that we had. I was playing in, when I was in Turkey, and price range bounded here, and then we come down. It's a quick retest on the 4 hour, really quick retest. I mean, you probably will catch on the 1 hour, and then we shank down lower, and then this low here, I was like, ideally what I was looking for is a potential play to come back down, do its thing, and go a lot more higher, at least retest this to a minimum, and then probably see if we can get a retest of the first quarter range high, and then see if this is a deviation. If it is a deviation, we hold above it and we start playing range bound. The moment we break above it, break up the high, long your alts, long your BTC and Ethereum, and go a lot more higher. But we're not doing that. It's just showing such weakness, and then it's got to do with ES, S&P, and dollar is looking quite bullish in my opinion as well. So we've got a lot of downside. Powell came out yesterday saying that there's going to be a lot more pain. That's what he said, right? So if he's saying that, we're going down. Alright? So we just got to play the short game, in my opinion. I think there's a lot more money to make in shorts. But yeah, that's what it is. And there was another thing I was saying. Let me show you this. And I was saying this as well last night. Where was it? I actually had a tweet. I said BTC looks strangely familiar at the start of the month. Familiar to the start of the month. And look here, alright? So you can see this range, right? This is the start of the month. And let me get this pen out. And we were range bound in here. We had a deviation, another deviation, and then this was capped from, as you can see, this was capped from this low, and we nuked down. Straight to range low, retest, nuke down, and off we go, right? And I was like, okay, cool. BTC could do that, and that's why I didn't take the play on BTC yesterday for the short, because again, same thing, range bound environment. Do you see that? We got a deviation, and I was looking at another deviation. Can we get one more spike up off this low here, nuke it down, and off we go? That's what I was looking for. But instead, BTC decided to get down and then play a lot more lower, and off it goes. It didn't give me the play that I wanted, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, and NJ saying, bro, free AC got liquidated as well. Bloody hell, fucking hell. So as I was saying, I think people are too fucked to play proper bounce trades at the moment, and a bit of negative sentiment. I might be wrong, but worth the second bounce. To be honest, I don't think there's going to be a bounce now. In my opinion, I think the way things are going is looking a lot worse than it should be. But who gives a shit? We play it as it is, right? We're here to make money where we can, whether either it's on shorts or not. Now, looking at BTC, we're still doing the view itself. Now let's look at for day trade plans, right? How do we get on board on a short or a long, right? So let's have a look. Do you know what Lagarde said? I missed it. Who's Lagarde? No, I didn't. I just saw what Powell was saying, and that was it. But yeah, so they dropped another 4%. What do you think? So Sam's saying also to drop another 40%. What do I think? I think it's possible, man. Because now we're going back into this, right? So let's stick with the view, right? And then when you go to the day trade plans in a moment, this is where I'm now we have to start focusing on this. You see this range over here? Before we go a lot more lower, X, Y, and Z, right? We're gonna play this level to level, and because it's day trades, we're just gonna play it simple. Now we got this here, right? Range bound play, right? And there was two things. Number one, this low here was liquidation, right? This is where like stops are going to be resting. So if people are long in, they're placing the stops over here, they're placing the stops over here. But let's just focus on this. So I highlighted it in red. And if you look at, and obviously you can see the mid range, it does tell us a story. So once we got here, support, off we go. All right. So if we look into what happened recently, the red line shows where the liquidation, and look where we wicked into. We wicked into it just above it. We didn't even take it out. Ideally, what would have been good is wick into it, take it out, hold above it, and then let's go higher. But it didn't do that. So now he's telling me, all right then. So on the daily, there's liquidity resting here, this low here, liquidity resting here, and on the red line, which is below the mid range. So now we have to look at two things now. How do we play the bearish play and how do we play the bullish play? So I'll do the bullish play first. So Elizabeth saying, NJ, we all know it's bear market, you must be paying him in another way, fam. No money in coins. Paying who? Me. I ain't getting paid from NJ. Fam, remember the time we learned stop losses and took that trade of the monthly. Oh yeah, 50R. That was fun, that was. We had some good times, you know, when we were learning, alhamdulillah. So, okay, so let's look at it. Let's look at the, I'm gonna do the bullish play, right? Because that's the easiest way of looking how we're gonna play this, right? And then I'm gonna go to the bearish play. And I think the bearish play, just rewind it, AD, just rewind it back a little bit. It's just I just literally just spoke it because I don't want to run over time too much as well, because I did 2 hours yesterday. It's a long fucking time, man. A long time. Sorry about that, guys. If you guys were bored about it, I do apologize. I just talk a lot about family shit and whatnot, personal stuff, and I kind of open up a bit too much. But anyway, never mind. Doesn't really matter. Who gives a shit? So now we've got a few things now. We've got to start looking at SRs now. So we've got an SR over here, right? That's one SR. Why is this an SR? Because you can see, right? I know this is all messy. Fuck it, I get a clean chart. Let's get a clean chart. This is a clean chart, yeah? We're going to do a clean chart, right? Clean the chart, and then we're going to go back to that. So this is an SR right here, as you can see. Why is this an SR? You can see this low here. Oops. Yeah. Let's bring this up there. So this low here showed us there was a deviation, come back up, hold a support, come back down, found resistance, did a bit of a deviation, comes back up, and we smash, and then it's now support. So we'll now come back to this SR. Now the hourly we close in 35 minutes, so we need to see, do we do something like this? Get back into it and hold it, and then we can start saying, yeah, maybe we can look at longs then. Because the first thing we need to start paying attention is this. I'm a bit cautious on that, right? we can play it. That's the confirmation to play it back to this low here. That's it, right? It's a really short play. Let's go on the 15 minutes. Makes a bit more sense, all right? Because this is more of a day trade, looking for playing bounces, right? Fucking losing it right now, but we'll see how the hourly close. That if the hourly close is on the above this SR, we're good to go to play a lot more high. All right. So then this is it. So you can actually play a scalp. If we hold above it, play up to this, probably target 1, target 2. Right. That's a scalp play. If you break above and hold above it, then we can say yeah, let's play off this low here, and that'll be target 1, potentially to target 2, which will be, and on this chart it's 20k. That is the previous all-time high. Okay, and that's pretty much a bounce play, right? Now the second thing is that what happens if we reclaim the weekly low, last week's low, which is on this chart here. So you can see here, right there, 19.6k is the weekly low, right? So I was saying that we come back into, so what I was saying was this, right? It was literally this. So now we've got the weekly low. I think it makes a bit more sense to see how we play this, right? I think this is more scalp play more than anything. So we've got this here. If I not highlight rectangle, if I do this, okay, and I can start show you the plans a bit more with all these lines, all these crazy ass lines. Brush. So reclaim, hold above it. The moment we take out this high here, because it's not, because we, as you can see, bearish market structure all the way down. And then we start seeing some sort of on the lower time frame and bullish market structure. So target 1 there, right? Stop loss below the deviation of whatever it is. That's a hard stop. Target 1 there, possibly target 2. If we hold above it, you can say, yeah, let's play a lot more higher. I'll say target 1 will be weekly low, because what could happen is a few things. Either this is a deviation and we get back above, and then we can say, yeah, target 3 will then be off this low here, which also comes into coincides with this level here on this chart, on the Binance chart. 19.9k is actually the all-time high for 2017. Then we see, do we come back down, and then we'll see. Oh, sorry, let me remove this. Then from there, that'll be the trade done there. To me, it will be then, okay, we have to start looking at a pullback, because a pullback over here to the weekly low. Do we hold the weekly low and show bullish market structure, reclaim the that 20k? The 20k area. Then we can start playing level to level. It should be the 25% of the range. That's level 1. Right? Target 1. And then target 2 will be the 50% of the range. But then obviously when you start first, actually no, that's a lie. Target 2 can't be 50% of the range. Target 2 would have to be here. Monday's high. Taking out these highs over here. There's stops over here. So if you like shorters who are late shorters, for example, if they're shorting now, they're gonna place the stop, the hard stop above here, all this area here. So potentially we can come out, take out this high, and then we can see what happens there. Then we've got another range. This is another range, which is Monday's range, and we're still in the week. Do we reclaim Monday's range and then play a lot more higher? And we can go to target 1, which is this area here, which is also the mid range of the weekly range. Reclaim this, target 2, and then we can see how it goes. We've got a lot to play, right? I mean, look, well, we are at 19k right now, and I'm saying to you guys, it's 20.1k. It's literally a 1k move. It can happen in a day. It can happen. I'm not saying it can't, but these are the bullish plays. Bearish scenarios, right? This is where it is, right? So I didn't get into BTC, and I want to get into BTC. I want to play lower. If I want to play lower, I need to start playing this, right? Now, similar to what I was saying in terms of the bullish play, let it do its thing. So if you want to play the bearish play, and you want, so the confirmation for longs, like I said, was this up here. Okay, that's the confirmation for going longs, because we're back in the weekly range. We're gonna play in this half, right? So we're gonna play between 19.9k, 19.6k to 20.7k. That's all we're gonna do, right? And then we play level to level, see how it goes, right? The plan's already done in the bullish one. If you missed it, go back. Yo, he's right actually. Tonight's monthly and quarterly close. That's absolutely freaking true. I missed that bit as well, man. What the fuck is wrong with me? I haven't even smoked up or anything from that. Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that in just a second. Monthly close and the weekly close. Be careful. NJ actually brought up a really good point. What he means by tonight's the monthly and quarterly close is that there's gonna be a reaction, right? So like how it does. it's going to be fucked up. That's the honest truth. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's going to be really, really horrible. In what way? In the way that anything can happen. Ideally, right? Ideally, what could happen, right? Which what I would like to see is a pullback, because it's profit taking. Profit taking. How? So if I show you the chart, let me go on the 4 hours. ETHBTC, no, ETHBTC. Where is this? Look. Yeah, here we go. So if you guys remember, right? I've done this before, right? I've done this back in when I was in Turkey. I've done this a few times on the stream. I'm gonna do this again, right? This is how the a monthly candle can look like. It could be a monthly candle, a daily candle, an hourly candle. Could be a quarterly candle. So if we're looking at the monthly candle, and this is all the price action within the day or the 4 hours, for example. Okay, I was saying to you guys is that when you got the monthly open, let it do its thing. The moment it like if it either below or above, let it do its thing. The moment we get below, so for this example, we were above the monthly open, we found support on the monthly open. The moment we find resistance, break down, the confirmation was here, this low here, and we can do the expansion play all the way down to wherever the next candle is, X, Y, and Z, okay? What happens is towards the monthly close, right, is that, you know, this play here, this massive move down here that we've done, you're thinking, you know what, there's another candle here, right, up there. And then you say, maybe we can start targeting this open, if this was an open or a close, you're thinking we can target this. So you're looking for this move here, for something like this. That's what you're looking for. And then you can say confirmation here, and I'm compounding. I'll bring my stop loss from there to, I don't know, to here, for example, right? But the problem is, right, with monthly close, right, and monthly close is that you're gonna get profit taking. So if people are shorting, right, if they're shorting downwards, the pressure is increased on the downside, right? When they're taking profits, they're closing a short, which basically means that they're taking a long. It's the opposite of a short, and then they get a push depending on how big the size. I mean, like people like me and you, right? Most people here would actually have very little size. I mean, we don't have millions, right? But there are players out there who do have millions, who are going to who's going to cut their profit. Take profit. When they're taking profit, it's going to have a bounce, and it's their taking profit that's causing the bounce, and that's what this bit here. So especially weekly and monthly close, it's going to get dangerous. What's even worse now is quarterly close, because you have to remember the yearly open, or sort of the yearly level or yearly open, is going to have more value than the quarterly close or quarterly open or quarterly level, right? The quarterly level is going to have more value, more strength, and more reaction compared to the monthly. The monthly is going to have more reaction than the weekly, vice versa as you go down the time zone, right? So we've got quarterly, so the quarterly is going to be a lot more dangerous. So if I'm looking at BTC, before we start looking at the thingy, a bearish plan, you say monthly looks like a rug. I kind of don't want to look at it at the same time. Well, let's get a clean chart. Fuck me. Yo, it's like fucking BTC took a shit and the diarrhea is still running. On the monthly, let's be honest, man. Would it be bad to come up here? Because look at this low here. This is, let me get a clean chart. Get a clean chart. BTC, USDT, alright, and let's keep going. No, I like OKX. OKX are good people. I know it's different. It's very, very different actually. BTC, USDT. Fuck me. Actually, no, I've got a pen. What am I doing? I'm fucking stupid here. Yeah. So yeah. So this is the monthly close, right? Fuck it. Let's go level to level first. Let's go to 3/4, right? The 3/4 close is here. So you see how we got levels here, right? So let's just do this level here. We got this level here, and we lost it. See how we lost it? The close is below. I mean, we're closing in 6 hours. That's not right. 6 hours, is it really true? 6 hours. I swear down like during the day, 10:35 in the AM. Anyway, doesn't really matter. I think they're Koreans in it, so that's what it is. Fuck them. Sorry, I don't mean like that, but let's do thingy. Fuck it, BTC. No, let me get my chart. Let me get my chart. I like my chart. Right. So this is it. Let's just break this down. Quarterly close. Right. Let's do it again. Part 2. So this level here, can you see that would have been support, but we lost it. The moment we lost it to us, it's going a lot more lower. Where are we going to go lower? Are we going to go lower over here to this level here, right? Oops, put a line here. Are we going to go to this level here? Ideally, that's possible because then it'll be a retest. Because what could happen is price do this, come down. Oops, maybe a bit too much. Price could come down and hold above it, and if it holds above it, whatever the long is, that's your play, level to level, and that's your play there. All right. Which coincides to what level is that? So if I go to the so this level here comes to, oh I mean this open here comes to about $4,300. That's not right. Fuck that. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, it comes to about 13k, 13.7k. All right, that's the first part. The second part we gotta also look at is this. See this high here and this low here? That's a quarterly level. That's another level we gotta look out for. So remind you, like all the blocks and shit. Kim Jong. I would love to get him on the stream though. Honestly, I would love to get this guy. Even Putin. Like I like to get the crazy people on there because the crazy people have crazy conversations, and that's when you like, you know, you give them a spliff or something or a couple of drinks and let them talk. So now we gotta look at it this way. So we got an SR here and we got a block over here. Price can easily come down here, wick into this area, find support off it, hold it. Once it holds off this high here, then we can start playing longs all the way to this high over there, and that's your confirmation. And a swing play, whatever the deviation is, your hard stop will be there. Right? Does that make sense? That's quarterly play. Now, if we start doing this, right? Fuck, what did I do? There we go. So if that's the case, Control Y. No, I'll try again. This is all new to me, man. It's gonna take me a little while to actually get into it. But yeah. So if that's the case, we've got two levels on the quarterly. The first level we got here is 13.5k. The second level here is 10.5k. That's the quarterly, which shows to me there's a lot more downside. Ideally, like on a range band play, what I would like, this SR, I like this to be retested. Could we have a July summer? You know, a lot of people are saying this on Twitter. We're gonna have a summer bounce and whatever. So, you know, like, you know, it's party on or what? I don't know what they're saying there. To be honest, could we have that? I mean, we could have that. But if we come into this area, I mean, if we break down, I like to shank it back down into this area. Target 1, target 2. That's a swing play for me. That'll be a fucking mad swing play. Like a really, really disgusting swing play. Kim K would do better on the stream. Or the real Kim K, or my Kim K. So yeah, so that's bring ISIS on the stream. Fam, this is getting dark though. At the same time, I like to interview them as well, but just to understand their thought process and why they think it's good to actually do what they're doing, and then and just talk shit to them and say like, you guys are fucking cunts and whatever. But real Kim K is real Kim K. Oh yeah, real Kim K is my, yeah. You know what? I wouldn't want to bring real Kim K. You know, Kim Kardashian. I think she's a smart woman in my opinion, doing laws and whatever. But at the same time, I think she's, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I like to not have her as an interview, but just have her at home. You know. But yeah, this is gonna get fucked up. Let's stop. Yeah, I know Trader NJ loves Kylie. He loves Kylie. I'm more Kendall. I'm more of a Kendall person. NJ's more of a Kylie person. So if you don't like Kylie, you know who to hit. Go to Twitter. I'll show you his thingy. 1 second. Let me show you his Trader NJ. Go to Twitter. You'll find Trader NJ. Hit this button over there and message him and be like, yeah, you know what? I don't like Kylie. So you know how it is. Tom said, what about Bruce? Bro, you know what, Tom, if you're into Bruce, man, I rate that, you know, I love that. Like, love is love, innit? You know what I'm saying? We're going off topic, guys. We're going off topic because we're talking about the freaking monthly and quarterly. So that's the quarterly play. See, NJ when he comes here, he really, like, I mean, I'm bad as it is, right? When it comes to like getting sidetracked, and my mind runs like in like a million like miles an hour. But at the same time, NJ, he's a lot dangerous in a way where he freaking I go off the rails completely. But anyway, yeah. So let's have a look. So this is the quarterly play. So now let's draw this now. So we've got again this you can see on the monthly. This was support. You can see a support. Why was it support? That was support. That was support. Comes as resistance, shank down. Okay, makes sense. So we got that level there. Quarterly level. I mean, this is all-time high. We're below the all-time high. We can see how it goes. I mean, do we reclaim all-time high on the monthly? If it does, then we could do something like this. Hold above it, then could actually have the play to potentially 28k. Potentially, I'm just saying, right? But at the same time, we've got to start looking at levels to level, right? This is another level. Watch. Let me get the line. There we go. That's another level. And at the same time, we've got this now. I like these blocks. So we've got, no, around here. That's another level. So then this will be now, we'll start looking at, can we play bearish or shortest, short on here. So if we find resistance off here, target 1 will be this area here. And then we can see we can come in here. That'll be target 2. That'll be the play. Then the question next will be: do we actually come down here, hold above it, find support? So that'll be the next target 1. That's the long play. Do we break above and hold above it, and that'll be target 2? Does that make sense? So that's the monthly play. Monthly looks shit. So, and if you look at levels, right? What all these levels are? So we talked about the quarterly. Let's talk about the monthly. So the monthly same as 13k, 13.5k. But then it comes down to 11, let's say call it 12k. So from 13 to 12k area, when we're talking about quarterly, it could be 10k. So we've got to keep an eye on how this works. So this area here, to me, is all consolidation. This is reaccumulate. This is accumulation. It's an accumulation of the range for the breakout. Oops. Let me just remove all this now. This area here, right, from this to this, right, was an accumulation. Accumulation for the breakout, because once we got above, we tested it, breakout there, and people just took profits there. The smart people took money, profits there. People like me and you, most of us didn't take much profits. We're fucked. So we're playing the short game so we can make some money. So yeah, two in the hand. What's two in the hand saying? Any Justin Bieber fans? Only when Dainks is driving. He's referring to freaking boyfriend. Good song though. Nah, you don't have to be drunk to listen to them, trust me. Fran Oak is always drunk. Alright, yo, let's get to the bearish play. Bearish play on BTC. Let's have a look. Let's just get this down, narrow it down. Alright, levels. Let's get the levels back on. 15 minutes. So yeah. How do we play the bearish play? It's this. Wait, let me go on the 1 hour. I need to capture my mind a bit as well to understand what am I doing again. So this, here we are. Because we literally switched plans a little bit. And smash the likes, man. You know? Give me some support, give me some love. According to my latest follower, Stephen Gript. There's a bit of a lag here, according to the, as you can see, 878. It's a bit of a lag because I think I'm on 880 something. Anyway, doesn't really matter, who gives a shit. So yeah, so we're looking for bearish plays. Now, I talked about the bullish play. And the bearish play is like, look, we can get a pullback. Ideally, right, so now we step back into this range, right? What is this range? Let me show you again, so you guys can actually follow me, because even I like doing this as well, going back and forth, so I know what I'm talking about. So you can see this range over here. This was a range that was capping the market from the previous all-time high over here, and then we did a breakout and we never retested it until recently. Okay, so you can see this is support on the mid-range, so it's holding up value. Now, I've said this to you a few times, and I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this over and over again. When price is in a range, you play the range band play. When price breaks out, whether it's a deviation of the range or whatever, breaks out, and it comes back into the range, you've got to ask yourself, what the fuck are you doing back in the range, alright? If you're going back in the range, that means we're going to start playing back into it. We're going to be in a range band play. We play from high to mid, mid to low, or low to mid, mid to high. Get it? That's all it is. As simple as that. And that's the most basic way of playing a range, right? Now, if we look on the 1 hour, you can see price back then got into the range, right? Came to the mid-range, found support, and if we found support off this, right, and if we were supposed to be bullish, we should have carried on a lot more, going a lot more higher. The fact is, come back here, did a retest and didn't even hold the range high and go a lot more higher. It just did a retest and come back into it. We're back into the fucking goddamn range, that 19k range, that 19k, 19.9k on the Binance chart to 16.1k. And we gotta play that range again. So now I'm looking for a few things. And look, remember I talked about the hourly close? We can potentially, I might get a trade over here, a scalp play, if we close above the 1 hour, above this SR. Now there's a pullback scenario. Ideally, right? Ideally, we want to play from range high back to mid range, from mid range back to range low. That's the ideal scenario, okay? And that's how we want to do it. And if we're going to look for shorts, how are we going to look for shorts? We want to get back to range high. Let's have a look at plan. So the deeper pullback, there's two sets. The first set of pullback is this. Price gets up, carries on, does its thing, comes into this block here. Because you see this block here, this was all where price come back. And if it was a bullish order block, we should actually hold above it and go a lot more higher. But instead, it's now become a bearish order block. Why? Because we come here, bounce into this area, we've come down, we lost that block. But the moment you lose the block, and then any retest, it becomes bearish. It's a bearish thingy, order block, right? Yeah, Jay laughs at the thingy. What the fuck are you doing in the range? Balwinder, good to have you as well. Because I know you messaged me a few times as well, saying that you missed it, and even I've seen you tweet about it as well. But I'm glad you're here, man, and hopefully you guys actually capture something, because I think we're playing more bearish than anything else. But like I said, monthly close and quarterly close, we're gonna have a pullback. I'm expecting some sort of pullback, right? Where the pullback comes up to here or here, I don't give a shit. We're gonna play it level to level. I'll show you the bullish play. Let's talk about the bearish play. So if we come back into here, we are now saying that this block has to be bearish. Why? Because it was support. It was support. We've lost it now. The moment you lose it, support becomes resistance. Like an SR. Like an SR. That's what you're doing. Support becomes resistance. So if we come back here, play into this here, and this level here, where the red line you can see the purple line, that is your thingy, is the range high of the macro range that we're playing back into here. Find resistance, step back into it, lose this low here. That to me is my trigger. Stop loss over here. I mean a hard stop I'd say up here, to be honest, right? And then we can start playing to level 1, target 1, target 2. Take some profits off this high. Let's draw a line. So take some profits off there. That'll be target 2, because we might have a bounce off here. Who knows? And then we'll be looking at target 3 here. What happens at target 3? We'll figure it out. The moment you start holding and start showing bullish price action, cut the trade, because we're going to go back to this SR, potentially back to this SR, and back to this range high. So that's the way to cut it. But I like to hold it. I like to hold my trades. I'm holding the Ethereum trade right now, because I did say I'm targeting range low, weekly range low, but we're looking for a bit more expansive play. But yeah, breakdown. If it breaks down, holds above it, this will be next target 4, because we got liquidity that hasn't been taken out, which I showed early on, and then target 5. Target 5 will be that, and then we can see we've got target 6. So there's a lot of targets there, and I'm showing all these targets there. The reason why that I'm breaking out 6 targets there is that you are able to bag your profits. When you're bagging your profits, but do I look like Khabib, fam? When you're able to bag your profits, you are able to to gain something and pay yourself out X, Y, and Z. Get it? That makes sense. Hopefully it does. Then from there, we'll see what happens. If we break down this low, and then we'll look at the monthly and see whatever happens. These are the monthly plays. The bearish play. Or if we don't have the extreme pullback, if this comes back over here and start finding resistance, we can play there as a scalp play. I mean, look, you can play up to 5 minutes here. I can show you. If I delete this, right? And we can play a scalp play here. I mean, we're finding resistance up to 5 minutes there, which is not showing me. It's not showing me much love there. So if we come back up here, right, retest of this, and start breaking down. The moment we start breaking down, that's my confirmation. Stop loss above the blue box, playing it down here to target 1 of this consolidation here, and then looking at target 2. And it could expand to a day trade, because if we lose this level and start finding resistance, let's go to mid-range, and that'll be target free. And then, as I explained a couple of seconds ago, that'll be the next set of targets, expanding it all the way down to here, to 16.1k. Alright, 16.2k, let's call it. Cool, capiche? That makes sense? Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, let me know. You probably need to go back a couple of minutes just to understand it as well. Okay, that's what it is. Ethereum. Ethereum. Fucking hell, man. I love Ethereum. I love how he actually shanked it. It's a lot more. It's a lot more. It obeys the laws that I wanted. Let's go for the quarterly play. Let's do the same thing that we did, right? And let's just talk about this briefly there. So if I do that, bring this out, quarterly play, and let's just talk about the quarterly play, how we're going to look at it, because it is monthly play, the month end, so it's going to be interesting. All right. So as you can see it, cool. Right then, quarterly play. How do we do this? This was support. Oops, wrong one. This was support. You can see it's support. That was support here. We lost it, shanked down. Question is, do we retest it, go a lot more lower? Alright, we don't know. We'll see how it is. I'm just talking about quarterly. Okay, that's the quarterly play. The next set of play was obviously we got all-time high, previous all-time high, and we lost it. We lost all-time high, and it doesn't look very good. Let's just extend this a bit out there. Yeah, doesn't look too good. We also lost all-time high. Right. The next set of levels we got here is this level here. There. So this comes down to another area here, and then at the same time we need to start looking at where could it bounce off. Could it bounce off here? Right. This block here, and if it, after quarterly, it doesn't look too good. I wouldn't want to do that. I'll probably look at a range bound effect, and I think the range is this. This is the range. This area here. So then we got, these are the quarterly levels now. We'll work on this there, and we need to start looking at what can we do. So two things can happen. Price can come back up here, from here, finds resistance. The moment it breaks down over here, this will be my confirmation. Oops, not straight. This will be my confirmation. Go back to here. That'll be the first swing play. Stop loss over here. That's target 1. See if we actually lose this level, and that'll be target 2. This is a consolidation, right? So on the quarterly, as you can see, the reason why it's important is that you can see the accumulation that was happening. Because the accumulation, when it was accumulating in this area here, in this block here, the smart money was buying in this area here. The moment it broke out, they just left the retail to buy, and all this was retail. Got capped over there, shanked down. Smart money took their profits obviously around. They would actually take profits around and the breakdown over here. And they're happy. So where would smart money be looking to buy on the quarterly? This area here. What is these levels? Let's have a look. Right, so we got all-time high, previous all-time high comes in at 14, let's say 14k. The next level will be $727, and then the consolidation area is around $384. That doesn't look fucking good, but if it's a bear market, it can fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the block is basically zero. NJ is saying it. For ETH, if it reclaims 1050, there might be a good play to 1250. 1050 is where? Probably on the monthly. I'll have a look at that in just a second there. But yeah, so like everyone's saying, like Dainks is saying, that I'll be accumulating down there for sure. So I don't see why. You can place bids over here, man. Fuck it, man. Place the bids here. There's nothing wrong, because if we get a fast wick into it and hold above it, we can start playing level to level, because this will be your confirmation, and that'll be your stop loss. The target 1, looking to see target 2, and if we reclaim, let's fucking go, and that'll be the next set of targets there. Oops, there, no, there. That's the next set of targets right here, and it could be the next bull run. Who knows? It could be 2024 when this all happens. I mean, who fucking knows? Who fucking knows, right? Crypto being crypto, it's just fucking explosive, right? It's horrible to look at, but it's explosive as fuck, right? But let's do it. So the next one is, look at the monthly. We're looking at the ETH View. Monthly looks fucking terrible, man. What the fuck? I need to pick up my glass and have a look at this shit. God damn it. So, I'm getting migraines again, man. So I've been on the screen for too long yesterday, so I'm wearing these glasses if you guys are wondering. But yeah. Give me a second, guys. I'm just going to pop to the loo. I need to go pop to the loo, sorry. Fuck. 1 moment there. Slippers and shit. No slippers. 3 minutes, guys. I'm back, motherfuckers. Let's have a look. Fucking NJ. All the red ones in it. Red panty knives. Red panty nights. You know how it is. Alright, cool. Let's go. So, monthly, same thing. You can see that this level here was support. This level here is support. Previous all-time high. We're just marking at levels, that's what it is. We've got this block here. Right? Then, we start looking at where's the next thing. Could it be? Let's have a look once together. No. Next level of support will be monthly. Yeah, that's where it is. So the next level of support is here. That's where it is on the monthly. Okay, and then at the same time we now have another block. This block here. We're gonna work this level to level, right? Monthly wise, right? This is higher time frame, so you guys can break it down and understand what's going on. Alright. So now let's break this down. This level here, we lost it. Monthly looks freaking shit, right? Again, it looks like it took a diarrhea and it's still running. I mean, it's like a gas leak or some shit like that. And the question is, do we reclaim and hold above it to play it this level to this level, right? And if he does reclaim this level here, that would be a confirmation. Stop loss will be over here on the monthly. But at the same time, if we find resistance on the monthly breakdown, so if you start breaking down, this is, yeah, breakdown, this confirmation, this will be the next set of targets, and the question will be like this: do we do this? Do we do this? Come back down here, retest this area of support. The moment we hold above it, then we can start saying, yeah, fuck man. So come back here, the moment we retest, hold above it, hold this level, then we can start playing this to this level here. Confirmation will be here, stop loss will be at the lows here. Swing play to this target 1, looking for target 2, looking for target 3. That's the monthly play. Quarterly play looks a lot more worse in my opinion, but you gotta look at it this way, because you gotta look at this here, this area here was all consolidation. You see, it coincides to the bottom of this block over here. Do volume? So Goldwin is asking, do volume action matter nowadays? It depends on the trade, on the type of style you're doing it, the type of trades you're doing, whatever. I've never looked at it. I've never bothered with it. I mean, I don't look at at small coins and projects with low volume. I'm trading on ETHBTC. ETH and BTC, you're always going to know it's going to be higher volume, so the market's going to move. So for me, it's like, look, I don't give a shit what the volume is saying, whether it's showing me that it's going down or like this and this spikes up. I don't give a flying fuck about it, because what's it going to tell me? That there's people buying and selling. That's the way I see it. People buying and selling. I don't give a shit. I'm reading this market here. The market's telling me what it wants to do. Let it do its thing. And I've got to say, I find more success understanding what the market is doing price action wise, and compared to thingy. Anglia is asking, can I chart Solana? Oh, of course, I'll do that for you, brother. So let me just finish off Ethereum, and then we'll get to Solana. Any other chart requests? I'll probably do 2, and then I'm gonna call it a day. All right. So let's have a look. So we got on the daily. Looks shit. Let's go on the hourly, because we're doing day trades now. Bring up all my levels. What are my levels? Let's go here. 1 day. So the first set of levels, here it is. So the first set of levels is this range here. So we're playing in this range here, similar to BTC, this high, this low to this high. Right, that's what we're playing in, right? We're playing in this level. We found resistance of this mid-range over here, in this area there. We found a deviation. Obviously it's all messy. Let me just clear this all up, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And I'll bring this back off. There. So you can see the price came here, find support, comes back down, retest it as resistance, comes back in, and we're now back into here. And so what you would say that this area here, this move here was a deviation of the mid range, okay? And you can even do an SR as a deviation of the SR, whichever you want to prefer it there, okay? So that's that. Now the targets for me at the moment will be over here, right? Because the magnet price, because if we lose the mid range, that means magnet price is over here. So that's the ultimate play. Again, like NJ has mentioned, it is the yearly and the quarterly play. Waves. So I did GMT already. What I'll do, I know I've had a few requests for waves, so I'm going to do Solana and waves tomorrow, hopefully, inshallah. Actually, no, I won't have much time. I'm actually going to the airport. I'm not flying out, but I'm dropping off someone off to the airport in the morning. So I won't really have time, but I'll try and fit it in. We'll see how it goes, because it's going to be the monthly and quarterly open. But yeah, so we'll see what the time says. Anyway, let's if we can crack this out quickly, then I can get 2 or 3 charts in there. So the hourly, let's have a look. We have lost the weekly open. I mean, we're taking out the weekly open, and you can see again in blockwise. So I was saying this over and over again to you guys yesterday, and I'm going to say this again. So you can say this was the last low, right? That's in the market down, right? Send the market higher, because you can see price. What happened with price? Brush. Let me bring this up there, and then just move this to the side so you guys can see it, so it's not blocking too many things. Yeah, so price got up. Obviously, price got up. Retested support, came back. Retested support, comes back up, and we retested it as support at first. This area here. Ideally, if this is a bullish order block, this is gonna hold. This is gonna hold and keep going up higher, and then we see we can reclaim and go a lot more higher. The fact that we lost it, right? To me, is now become bearish. It becomes a bearish block, right? This is a 2-hour chart, it doesn't really matter. Same shit anyway. So that's that, right? I narrowed it down to this, right, on the hourly. It's on the hourly. Squeeze the fuck out of it. There we are. I narrowed it down to this, right? Because this was the weekly low, and what I would wanted was something like this. Like if we were let's do the we did the ETH View. Let's do the bro, USD JPY. This is crypto, man. TRX. Okay, just because of NJ, I'll fit in. I'll try and fit in TRX. I'm doing favoritism here. Doing favoritism. Oh, let me see the time first. Once we're done, right? So yeah, we got the low, and what happened was we done the ETH View. Now we're gonna look for. Let's do the bullish view, right? The bullish view is this, right? Similar to BTC, if we can reclaim the yearly open, so weekly open. You guys see it? Let me squash this up there. Move this back up. I'll be mindful to. Yeah, there we go. You guys can see now. We've now come into this block here, right? So we retested this block here. This is the last low. Let's send the market back up. All right, makes sense. We come here, taking out the stops there. Now the question is, do we do this? Do we come back up, find support off the range low, holds off this block here, because we're expecting it to be bearish, but it's actually going to be bullish, because at the moment we hold above it and find its support. Let's go to target 1. Right, obviously I said target 1 of it. Yeah, target 1, and then we can start working our way to target 2. All right, probably take some profits over here, target 2, then target 3. Okay, that will be the play for the bullish play. At the same time, we got to look at, do we come back into Monday's low as target 4? If we step into Monday's low and hold, we can start going to mid-range and see if we can reclaim the weekly open. I mean, the weekly open will close on Sunday, obviously, but we'll see from there, right? And then if we can reclaim the weekly open, let's go a lot more higher to Monday's high. Take out liquidity on Monday's high, because you can see here, liquidity wasn't taken out on Monday's high. I entered the trade. The plan was already there anyway for you guys to enter. If you entered, happy days. If you didn't, don't worry about it. Well, we do fucking plans every fucking day anyway. So this high, you see, so the blue box there, that's the high. That's Monday's high. You see this wick? It's below the freaking Monday's high. I would have preferred us to take out the highs and break down, but I entered quite aggressively. I think I entered around here, around this area here. My stop loss was up there, and I played it down. I played it a bit low up to here. I wish I held it, because it would have been a mad swing trade and then compound onto it, but I never compounded it. Never mind, doesn't really matter. So yeah, so that's the bullish play. Cool, Kabish, everyone understands? Now let's look for the bearish play. So I'm in the short already. Okay, I've taken the short over this here, and I want to compound it a lot more lower. And I've taken some profits at Monday's low, the weekly low. And ideally, I want to compound it, because I'm looking for it to be bearish. Why am I looking for it to be bearish? It's because if I remove this, because it's this. If you look at that, there's a few things here. See this block here? This is the last down candle that sent the market up, right? Which sent the market all the way from here and carried on going higher. We haven't retested this block here. So why the fuck are we not going? Well, so why? What's the word? Why haven't we? because ideally, I mean, if it was supposed to be so bullish, right? We should, like, you know, at least retested it from this area here. So we should have done this, come back down here, and then do whatever he wants to do. But it never did. It decided to float on his own fucking boat, come back up, and now we're shanking it. So the bearish play is this. This is the bearish play. Let's do the 15 minutes, and we make this all nice and hanky-panky, right? Cool. So everyone can see. Hopefully you can. If you can't, open your eyes. So the bearish play is, if we come back in here and retest and find sort of resistance, break down, you see the moment we start breaking down, this is my confirmation. I'll bring my stop loss from there, I'll probably bring it to here, just to give me some breathing space, because in case we actually do this, we hold above it and start making like a bullish market structure, and then we start looking to take out this area here, because we're stepping back within this area here, this dead spot zone here. So I'll bring my stop loss here and I'll compound on this area here. Then I'll start looking from here, looking to break down to target 1. This is target 1, and then target 2 will be here. That's that. What is that level? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go back and find out what it is. Oh, it's the liquidity. Oh yeah, it's range low. It's range low. This. Oh yeah, remember I showed you fucking ETH View. So yeah, so that'll be target 1, right? Target 2. Question is then, can we compound even further? If we start losing this area, start breaking down. You see this low here? Break it down, that'll be my next play. Done. Bearish play, happy days, easy. Ethereum's a lot more easy than BTC in my opinion. A lot more easier. So that's the ETH View, that's the ETH bullish play, bearish play and whatnot. So I've got my good friend here, Anglio, asked for Solana. Right, let's have a look at Solana. Fuck me. Anglio, you picked the wrong chart here. But we can still make money. Up or down, let's have a look. Alright. Quick breakdown of Solana, the quick view. So obviously we got this level here. This level here is 2021's low, 2021's high. You can see this, the 25% of the range is resistance, hold it at support. Once you lose it, resistance off there. That's an SR there, you can call it. The mid range you can see, mid range support, deviation, support, lost it, come back into it, deviate to the mid range, shank off. Back into the 25% of the range, and we lost the 25% of the range quite quickly because that was support over here, resistance support, and we just lost it as resistance, okay? So then, which ideally says to me, if it's a range bound play, right, the magnet in price, I know it's really horrible to say this, and not many people want to see this, it could be 136, 150, range low, because as a range bound artist, right, I like to play from low to mid, mid to high, high to mid, then mid to low. That's what I like to play. I like to play that as a trade, right? Now, when I'm looking at Ethereum, Solana, now I've got to break it down now. So I've got to break down these levels. So what have I got here? This green line here is the highest, an SR play, and you can easily see. I'm gonna delete some of these stuff because I don't really need this actually. I only need stuff that. Oh fucking battery died. 1 second, guys. Battery died. Alright, we're back. Can you guys hear me? Everyone's alright? Anyone had a heart attack? Miss me? Hopefully you did. Alright, so yeah. BTC, right? So I was saying, yeah, that is the an SR level, and I'm just getting rid of some of these levels actually, that's what I was doing. Yeah, that should be sufficient to remove. So that's number 1. So we got this. Number 2, right? We've got an SR level, and you can see support, deviation, support, lost it, resistance, off we go. Okay. So the second thing is this area here. It was an accumulation. So when price got, like obviously price was accumulating in this area here, and then we shot up, and then from like, you know, everyone knows what happened in April and March, right? So April and May. From there, we started accumulating these areas here. The moment we shot up, we broke out market structure, and we're going a lot more high. Okay, so price to me now is now back into this range. It's a range band play. So you can see the orange line. Now that orange line itself, I want to make a bit bigger for those who's on their phone who can't see. See, makes sense. That is a range band environment. You can see support, deviation, cut up, support, shank down, deviation, come back up, finally the support, off we go, and we lost it. As soon as we broke out that high, it was bullish. So already this is saying to me, it's a story. This is a valid range. So playing it level to level. How do we play it level to level, right? Obviously we come into this area here, and this, I know it's the daily, so shut the fuck up and listen. So we got a few lows. This low here was key. When I had this low drawn out, right, I was looking, right, and this is why I was temporarily bullish. Well, with ETHBTC, but what happened yesterday, I'm not anymore. We'll talk about ETHBTC, and I'll tell you, and that should give you the premise of the rest of alts, right? So yeah, so this low here came as support. We come back down here, find resistance. If we're gonna be bearish, we should break down and go a lot more lower, right? But then what happened was we shot back up, right? And we shot back up this key SR. I'm like, alright then, support will have to be resistance. But instead, we shot back down, and all it showed me is this. That this area here was a deviation of this SR. Which means if any pullback into this area will then become bearish. That's the grand scheme of things, right? You can look at. Now, what do we have to pay attention? We've got to pay attention to a few things. This level here at $34 is the mid-range. So if we find resistance at the mid-range, right, breakdown, we're going down to the next level, which will then be at $26.50, and then potentially to about $90. Let's say put it $20, right? Which is not looking too good, right? So let's just break this down on the hourly and see what we got here. Oh yeah, the blue thing at the top is Monday's range, right? And these alts actually worked out pretty perfectly. I wish I took it a bit more seriously on these trades. But you can see is that Monday's range banded this area, right? Headed support. Look at this low here, right? We come back down, take out the low, which is showing me bearish market structure, because remember, that's the high, and that's the lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So it's still bearish market structure, okay? But look at this bit. We come back in, retest it, shank down, off it goes. Basically, Solana just told everyone, suck your mom. You know, like, I want real investors to buy lower, right? That's what it is. It's real, like, it's bear market, man. You know, you've got to fucking take it one step at a time, okay? Now, the bullish play will be this, right? This is the bullish play. I've got a couple of SRs here, right? Are they legitimate SRs or are they bullshit SRs? Let's have a look. I think they're bullshit. Ah, no, these were fucking bullshit SRs, I think. No, you can play that actually, to be honest, because you can see this here. Resistance, come back up. Finance deviation, come back up. So then, is this another deviation, right? For me to be bullish, I need to see us reclaim this level here, which is at 32.56. Hold it, right? Then I'll be like, and then the problem is, this is where my other problem is. You see this up candle here? This is where I'm a bit skeptical on longing Solana, in my opinion. See this? This is the last up candle that sent the market down. Well, actually, no, that's not true. This is there's all these blocks over here. Price can come back off this, bounce off there. If it breaks down, I look to short it. Confirmation will be below here. Resistance. Let's go a lot more lower to the next level, which will be then at $26, right? But we're looking for the bullish play. For me to be bullish, right? If we reclaim and hold above it, then I say, yeah, I can do a scalp trade after this level that we target 1, go into target 2, right? That's the next set of target. If we get above, now we're above the mid range at $34. If we get above the mid range at $34 and hold it, break this high and hold this, that's the next set of confirmation to go to the next target here. Then from there, we can see if we can go back into retest Monday's low. Monday's low is at $39.42, right? And then we got to look at, is that a deviation of Monday's low, or do we step back in and go a lot more higher? Okay, but ideally, ideally, I'm just saying, from a range band perspective, if we're playing range band level to level, if we hold and reclaim the mid-range, and this is just a deviation on the mid-range, then we can start saying, all right, then let's go a lot more higher to $48, right? To 48.64. That's the bullish play. Bearish play is this now, right? Market's not looking too good. At the same time, we established that Lunar Classic. What do I think about it? I think Lunar Classic is a bunch of shit. I think it's gonna go a lot more lower. I think it's gonna be over. How long can they hold this, man? You know, Lunar Classic. There's so much shit going on with free AC. There's so much shit with dope ones going on. The guy's taking out 80 million a week or a month or whatever. He rugged his own project on purpose, and I wouldn't place any money. I wouldn't have any spot buys on it. I have not put a single cent on Luna. That's the actual fact on Luna. Honestly, I think it's fucking terrible. But anyway, bearish play is this. Now we're going to look at for, do we get like I would like a deeper pullback, if you're looking for bearish play, is this. So, deeper pullback is, do we come back into this level here, and maybe come into this area? If you break down off the mid-range at $34, that will be my confirmation, right? Play it back to this level here, right? And I can compound the moment we find resistance of this area, because this is an SR, right? We find if we compound, if we find resistance of this area, break down, right? Off this low, for example, break down. I say that my confirmation to compound. Playing it to the next target would be $26.60, right? Then after that, break it down, compound again to go a lot more lower to $19, $19.32 or $19.30, right? And that's the bearish play for Solana. And yeah, and the bullish play there. That's the play how I would play. Solana looks good to play though on both sides, to be honest. It's a make or break though, because it's going to be choppy here. Mid range is always going to be choppy. You can see it. Look, resistance. We get back up, hold it, support, come back down. It's like, what the fuck do you want to do, man? Make your fucking mind. So yeah, you're welcome, Anglio. Anything for you, bro. What was the next one I said? Waves. It was waves. Bowindat just for waves. Time's it now. Alright, it's 11:20. Last one. I'm gonna call it a day. Fucking hell. I marked this out as well for you guys as well. The other day, and it came back to I was saying range low. No. I was saying mid range. Come back here. Oh, okay. Let's just look at the grand scheme of things. This is the grand scheme of things, right? The grand scheme of things is this, right? This is a range band play. That's a range band play. You can see range, find support, comes here, find support, come back down, deviates the range higher, comes back down, shanks down, and it comes up to this level. What is that level? This high here was is an SR. It's just an SR because I mean, look, support. You can call it deviate. Remove all this shit. Support. Deviation, and we come back in. Is it a support or do we go a lot more lower? All right. So now, I don't know why people actually look at these crazy shit coins, man. In my opinion, you know. I mean, it's volatile. It's very, very volatile. Like stupidly volatile. Sorry, guys. Yeah, cool. Fuck, there's 65 people here. What the fuck is going on? Shit, guys. I love you guys, man. Thank you so much, man. Smash the likes, everybody. What's it called? Trader NJ says, Dainks, do you remember when all DVD spot? 0. Yeah, I remember that. Didn't SC tell us about the short oil? He actually gave us a heads up on that one as well. I believe he gave us the heads up on that. He was bearish in oil before oil dropped. And but obviously, I didn't think no one expected 0 in it. But I remember he did. I know he definitely messaged me, or he definitely messaged us or something. Something happened, right, where he did say, guys, like short fucking oil in it, because oil is the one to play. But I think he caught him out of surprise on oil go to 0, deviated the support. But basically, like sellers had to pay out kind of thing as well because of the oil rig and the barrels and shit like that. But yeah, man, that's fucking crazy. Man's been growing. I remember when you were in it for the tech channel, and yeah, I was like, it's true, man. It's 3 to 6 people. That's true. Damn, 3 to 6 people was on. Like when I used to be on NJ's stream, I used to have 3 to 6. I used to be. I I mean, I was happy with it. I was really happy with it. But now to have, you know, like 10x that, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah for that. But yeah, so, looks fucking shit, man. I mean, look, waves, the only thing I can say is this, though. It's literally this. Let's have a look. Let me just extend this out. I mean, where's support here? I mean, you can put a buy with a stop loss below here and hopefully see if we can get a retest there. Even then I wouldn't do that, because if this breaks down, right, finds resistance here, the moment we lose this level here at around $4.20, find resistance, we shank it down to target ones will be here, which will be, let's say target one will be around this area here at $3.35. It just doesn't look good, to be honest. That's a range though here as well. It's a range bound environment from here. Yeah, you can see. Perfect. Perfect. It makes sense. Makes sense now. Can you guys see it? So that thing with the target I was saying, that was a mid range. So let me break this down. That's the high. That's the low. You can find it choppy over here. Finds a deviation. It loses it. Resistance. We get back up and hold it support. Guys, see it? Let me just remove all this shit. Can you see it? So the mid range, we find support on this area here, and off it goes. Go to range high, break up, find it's a bit of a retest, and off it goes. So that's waves now. So the question is, if we come into this area here, we step back into this range, into the range at $4.80, finds resistance, loses this level here. I'd say yeah, start shorting it back to target one, which would be. But yeah, if it breaks down, let me just remove all that. Finds resistance, right? Start to lose it. Target one, compound opportunity to come down to target two. Why is it compound opportunity? This is the lows. It's now become resistance, and then we can see what happens here. We go back down, target three, target four. Simple as that. That's all it is. That's bearish play. Bullish play, if I were to play, how would I play it? Honestly, I wouldn't play bullish until we reclaim this area. Until we reclaim. Fuck you, mom. Sorry. Until we reclaim this this range low here, and then I'll be playing target one and then target two, and then you see if we can get up to reclaim 3 and then 4, and each one I would start to look to compound. As soon as we get above the mid range, and we hold this level here, and I say yeah, we can compound a bit further higher, but take profits as you go along. But yeah, because this area here is all dead spot. You see, it's just a dead spot area. So I wouldn't trade waves for anyone who's actually thinking about it. I'd say just be patient on waves. All right. I want to quickly touch ETHBTC briefly, because I think it's really important to give us the premise on what's going to happen and how can we see things. Right. So I was saying this to you guys. Right. This here is a range bound environment. Right. This is a range low. We come back in, and it looks to me that this bit here now, right, from the range low, because look, we're finding support, we're finding resistance in this area. We come up there. Ideally, I had alts. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had alts. I bought 20% on my USDT into alts. I cut everything off yesterday. I had a loss at 10%, which is overall like 2% of the USDT that I lost. No one likes a loss, but you know, you see how it is. You want to see Solana, Londino? Literally just rewind back. If you rewind back, I just did it as well. It's before waves. But yeah, so the moment, like, I was looking for a support, and let's go higher, target 1, target 2, but the way we shanked yesterday, right, to me, and especially the daily close, to me, all this looks like it's a deviation. Targeting over this level here, this is the low, it's an SR. Now the question is, right, if we start losing this level here, breaking down, I'll look to compound my ETH trade, going a lot more lower. A lot more lower to where? That's the question. How low can it go, right? So before I tell you how low can it go, I need to bring you back to 2018, right? 2018, this area here, this is all a range bound environment, all right? It's accumulation, and a deviation, and deviation, and off it goes. Smart money was buying all in this area. That's all they were doing, okay? And all they did, right, is the moment they came up to this high, so this high, sorry, this low, fuck me, man. anyway, yeah, that high to that yeah, around there. Let's change the color to purple. You guys can see it. It's approximately there. You see the mid-range profit taking area. Look, deviation, 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 sell off. Profit taking area, mid-range. That's why I always like to play low to mid. That's the key point. And if we get above the mid and hold, then we move mid to high. But if we start breaking down from the mid and start finding resistance, then it'll be mid to low. That's it. So I know that I'm saying low here is at really low, but you start playing level to level. So now I was saying to you guys, how would I play this X, Y, and Z? Okay. So let me remove this. This is all a lot of noise here. Let's keep it nice and simple. So this is the range high, right, at 0.4417. My target will be this. First target will be here. Let's spread this out. Right, first target will be here. Of this high here. So that'll be first target. And we'll see if we hold find resistance, break it down, and then second target. That'll be the second target. We'll see what happens then. Do we hold above it and reclaim this level and up we go? Do we get step back into this range and go to target 1 and go back target 2? And do we do break out and do the fucking craziness that we all want? Or does it just decides to come back in and start range banding, and then we start playing within the range itself? But at the time we'll play it level to level. Does that make sense? Alright. Vegeta's in the chat, man. Nuke everything. I think it's time to nuke everything, to be honest, in my opinion. But we'll see. What if we get below range low like oil? Fam, you know what? I would love to get below range low, you know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm fucking longing. I'm buying alts. I'm buying alts. Ready? Binolim. Binolim, ça. Mo per finire? Ok? Allez. Where am I to après? Sorry about that. That's how people contact me through the window. But yeah, but that's target 1, target 2, and we'll see what happens. And if we play in this range, play level to level. You know how it is. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna call it a day, actually, and it's been a pleasure having you all on the stream. Fuck it. So yeah, been a pleasure. A pleasure. Let's do a quick Q&A. It is 11:30. I do have 5 minutes to actually kill. So if you guys got any questions, tell me, and then we can answer it. If not, cigarette's done. I'm great. Honestly, I just want to say first off, right, I want to thank every one of you guys here. There were 60 people in the chat, and I really appreciate that. That's fucking amazing. So that's to me, it's heart melting. You know, it melts my heart. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for each and every one of you guys there to be on the stream as well. And alhamdulillah, we built this together. Me, you, each and all of us, the 800 subscribers, and alhamdulillah, you know, by God's blessing, it's been a pleasure, and I've enjoyed every single moment I've spent with you guys. And also, you know what it is, and that's what happened yesterday. Yesterday I went off script completely. Take this off. Yeah, off script completely. It went off for 2 hours, and I just got close to you guys. You know, it's good to actually to meet people and play with people and talk to you guys as well, and to actually touch you guys, not in the wrong place, but touch you guys in the way of trading in it. So the cool thing is, trading has brought us all together. So I think it's a beautiful thing. I know the market's going down, it's looking really shit, but it's a beautiful thing. We're building this all together, and we're learning how to trade. We're trying to make some money, whether you're spot trading, you're leverage trading, or whether you're just learning. Whichever you want to do, doesn't really matter. But the fact that we're all here, you know, take a moment to actually just really soak that in. It's a nice feeling. So Vegeta's saying to quit. Bro, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit. I think for me, I love smoking too much, man. If you got one short moment for Matic, you look like a super saffron diet. What does that mean? Would you ever consider growing your hair long? Why are you trying to bring this up, fam? You really want to do this on the stream? You really want to do this on the stream? Oh, fucking plonker. Fucking drop ash. Good taper as well, man. Fuck. Yeah. What exchanges do you... yeah, Matic, I'll do that on the next episode. I can do that tomorrow. I can do that tomorrow briefly. I'll probably do that first. And then yeah, hopefully tomorrow I'll do that. Sorry about that. What else? What's your training schedule like? What, in terms of gym? It varies. It varies. I like to go in the evening, to be honest, because the evening I trade less in the evening after about 7 o'clock ish. Reason being is that profit taking for the day trades, because day trades I don't like to hold day trades for too long. I did hold a trade overnight kind of thing, but just because the market was looking shit. So I try to fit in training. I haven't gone gym for a while, to be honest. I went to Turkey and Mexico, and I was thinking I was gonna go gym over there. It's been about what, 4 weeks since I've gone, so I'm gonna go today. For a week. And I know FMG is not too happy about that. FMG is another brother of mine. Check him out on Twitter. He's if you go on Twitter and type in FMG. Let me see the stacker. Let me bring this up there. He's another brother of mine as well. Good lad. Fucking, you know what? Like, I said this to you, like, guys, that when it comes to scalping, be careful with scalping. Very few people can actually train in scalping. He's one of the few people I could put on the list that knows how to scalp. There's not many people, but he's sick. So check him out. I'd like to get him on the stream one day as well. He's a cool lad. Love the kid as well. He drunk texts me from time to time. Well, nearly every day. He tells me all these crazy stories, and we have good laughs as well. Good kid. So yeah. So what exchange do you use? What exchange do I trade? I'm using Delta Exchange at the moment, so I'm plugging that in right now. So the link to the referral is on the description there. So if you want to sign up to it, I'm using that in the UK. You do have to verify yourself, unfortunately, but that's what's going to happen across the whole board, to be honest. I see that happening across everywhere. Like, all exchanges are going to ask for verification. So that's what I'm using. So yeah, that's what I'm using at the moment. What's it? What else? Smoke less cigs, for the Dainks. Yeah, dude. That's the thing, is trading stresses the shit out of you. So when I'm scalping in day trading, I'm watching this and I'm just smoking a cig. I probably smoke like a deck a day, man. A box of 20 a day, man. So it's a pain in the ass, but I gotta slow down. You're right, I do have to slow down. Yo, Alas is from Rio de Janeiro. I want to go there one day. Samba time, innit? You're welcome, Wei. You know what? I'm more than happy to help you guys, man. And Thomas, thank you so much for your kind words, man. And the key is, as long as you guys get value from it, that's all that I care about. I don't really give a shit about anything. I'm not taking a single penny off you, nor will I ever ask a single penny off you guys. If I ever tweet or DM you asking for money, three things. Number one, I think NJ might have hacked me. Right, that's most likely the probable cause. Number one. Number two, it's a scammer. Or number three, I don't know how to trade, and I'm losing money left, right, and centre, and I'm begging money. I wouldn't do that, right? But yeah, I think number one is more probable compared to number two. So, but yeah. So, Jordan, you're welcome, man. Appreciate you being on the show, man. Easy Starters on here as well. Thank you so much for actually being on the show, man. For actually being there. Free counselling, Tom. Free counselling all the time, man. It is how it is. Hashtag quit smoking. Greetings, man. From Belgium. Wait, from Belgium. Love to the Belgian people, man. You know, I might do a trip in Europe. In August, I might do a trip, or late July, to France. I might hit to Belgium. I don't know. If I do, I'll let you guys know. And if you guys want to let me know where you guys are, in which area and so on, and want to meet up, we can meet up and grab a coffee or get a meal or some shit like that. Darius about to smoke a blunt. You know what? I'm down for that too as well, man. So yeah, what's the software that you're using? Londina, what do you mean? Which software are you talking about? In terms of the streaming, OBS. I'm using OBS Studios. Yeah, I did try playing with a few other softwares. I played with 2-3 different softwares yesterday. Didn't like them. I think they're a bit too complicated. I mean, not complicated, but it's just it defeats the purpose of what I want to do. And it's everyone's got their own style, but yeah, I'm using OBS and I'm really happy with OBS. But yeah, it does the trick. Really easy to use, and I get these cool little things. So if you look here, for example, on the bottom underneath my webcam, I've got that overlay here, which is really cool. These little widgets and stuff like that. I'm sure you can actually add these widgets on these other platforms, but yeah, I'm happy with OBS. So what are you looking to scoop up and when? Like I said, with Ethereum in it. So when it comes to Ethereum, let me bring this up. It comes down to this. So if we come, because it's looking bearish, we lose this 25% of the range and we come back to this area here at this range high, and it's like a retest, and it's looking to show bullish market structure. And even if it does this, right, for example, it does something like this. Let me just remove this. Even if price comes down, has a deeper pullback, the moment we reclaim and hold above it, then I'll start to put longs. And if you ask me what alts would I look at, right? Let's do this. Let's go to coin market cap. Coin market cap. Obviously, I'll be holding Ethereum more than BTC because it's more expensive play. Definitely BNB. BNB will be one I'll be actually holding on. XRP, I think is a shit coin in my opinion. People have different opinion. ADA, nah. Solana, I would definitely look at holding Solana. Dogecoin, we know how meme coins go, so I would like to hold some Dogecoins as well. Speaking of Dogecoins, we're looking at Floki, Kiba. These are the meme coins I would look at holding. Probably some DOT, TRX as well. I know NJ has told me that to trade TRX didn't get timed. So I really apologize for that. But TRX it can look bullish, but if the market's going down, I think it's going to go shank a lot more harder. I'll probably add some SHIB, AVAX, Uniswap probably as well. FTX token maybe. Chainlink will be another one as a good one as well. I think I would hold that. What else would I look at holding? Let's go for a few one. ApeCoin. I think ApeCoin would have its good run. ApeCoin would do well in my opinion for the next run. It's just because of the whole Bored Ape stuff and what it's doing with on OpenSea. And I'll look at some metaverse coins, so probably Mana, a few others, and see what not. I mean, what have I got here? On the side. Oh, Woo tokens. Woo tokens would be another good one I like to hold as well. Yeah, a few others. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Obviously, when I'm looking to chart them and whatnot and buy them and stuff like that, I will talk about it and I'll let you guys know. Okay. So guys, I'm gonna call it a thingy. They can do 18 sit-ups in one go. Don't know, man. Don't know if I can still do that. I remember when we smoked the whole rim from front. Yeah, dude. So yeah, we got a rim, a box of 20. So we got 10 of these boxes, right? And me and NJ, we spent the whole weekend finishing that cigarette. We just smoked like freaking chimneys, man. But yeah. Oh, quickly, actually, before I go, let me have a look at something. I want to look at LUNC. Luna C USDT. KuCoin. Let's see how that goes. Because I am in the short on that. Motherfucker, I'm fucking sick, man. I'm pushing target 1. See this? Let's do a quick one. One quick one, and I'm gonna head off. This is education for you guys, alright? Right? I'm gonna show you what education is, and you guys can learn a lot from this, right? So let's just clean this all up. Whoops. And let's make this a lot more neater as it is, alright? So there was 2 things. Number 1, right, was this. Found resistance, come up. I was looking for a deviation, and it's behaving just like BTC. Do you remember BTC did a stop run, right? Did a stop run and it got a lot more lower. But this one, it found resistance off this block here, and we found resistance. And the moment we got into here, I entered into this area here. No, I actually entered before I went to bed, which is about 3 o'clock. Around here. Yeah, I entered here with a stop loss there. So what is the R on this one actually? I posted on Twitter. This is over here, and I'm looking to go all the way to mid-range low, 5.83. We can go down to here, and I look at the compound. It's going to be beautiful, 11.49. All right, that's perfect. So I entered this, and then a lot of people was asking me, "Oh, where can I trade this? Where can I leverage this?" And it was on KuCoin. I showed it to I told everyone. It's on Twitter. You guys don't follow me. Just go on @TraderDainks on Twitter, and literally there was this. So was this, yeah. So there was 2 things. Number 1 was a range bound environment. I was like, I have my invalidation over here, right? And I know, fucking out, sorry. Camera died, so I'm just gonna close me out and just talk about this here. Okay, can you guys hear me very well? So yeah, so I was looking at this high here, right? I'm wrong on that high, and we've come into this block here. Let me highlight this for you. Rectangle, there, boom. So this is where it was. I need to have a look at where my entry was, but I know I entered yesterday night. Brush. So the moment we found resistance, this is the bounce. We lose this bounce over here. That's your confirmation. I haven't compounded on it, so I need to look at places to compound, and we go a lot more lower. That was the range band play. The second thing I want to show you is something called distribution, and this is what it was showing me, distribution, right? So if I type in distribution, no, Wykoff. You see this? I'm going to post it on Twitter, so do follow it, right? Where is it? You see this? No, accumulation here. No. There you go. You see this? That was the high. Took out the high. Took out another high. Once we get below the BC, sell it off. And it's a sell off. And it was just showing me the same thing. That's what it was. Where's LUNC? And it was showing me this. This was a high, right? So price. That was the BC. BC's over here. Took out the high. Took out the high again the second time. Breakdown. Off we go. That's what it was showing me. So LUNC was showing me that. And happy days. So it's an implementation of two things: distribution, Wykoff, and also range band plays. Obviously, the range band play gave me much more of a tighter entry with a tighter stop, and it's giving me more of a play. The confirmation would have been after this low. Once the moment we lost this low here, the close on there, then we go a lot more lower. All right. So that's it for me, guys, and I'm gonna call it a day. NJ is going to have his show soon, so I want to watch his show in a moment as well. So check it out. I did talk about it. Is in it for the tech. I believe we're starting about half an hour-ish. So catch you guys soon, and yeah, tomorrow. Take care, guys.